Time to have a nice long talk about yesterday's event in college football. Cause holy effing shit on a shingle! What the fuck was that yesterday? Holy hell! So there are three big games. Okay, three. All right, three big matchups. One of them was supposed to be a blowout, but we'll get to that one in a minute. Unfortunately, I'm hearing the fucking. I have to hear the residue effects from a certain fan base that thinks they beat fucking whatever. We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's talk about Ohio State versus Texas. Now, I was told by someone when I was being a little too harsh on Arch Manning early in the game. Alec Arcane. I wanted to just let that be known. Not only was I right, but holy shit was I right. Oh my God. Not only was I right, but my God, it's worse than I actually thought. Now, a lot of these issues can be very correctable, right? They can be very correctable. Or this is just how bad the coaching's been that these players are wasting their time going to college football. Before I get into this is going to be an overall, to me, broad, like a real broad explanation on why college football is just horribly coached now. All these coaches are doing a disservice to their quarterbacks. I can only hope that Miami, Carson Beck, is going to get rebuilt the proper way. And for some reason, I felt Cam Ward was being coached a lot better than people were giving credit to Miami. Because compared to this shit, holy fuck. So let's start with Arch Manning versus Texas. Some of the worst, and I mean the worst, quarterback tape I've ever probably had to see in my entire life. And I watched it live. I haven't watched tape yet, and I already know it's that bad. Because I watched it live. Let's start with the obvious problems. A, what the hell is it, what the absolute hell is wrong with his arm? Everyone talks about how he had a special arm and he's a cannon. Do you know how many motherfuckers come into fucking football with a cannon? Everyone has a cannon. All right? Cannon. Motherfucker, can you hit the ball there? Can you put it accurately? That's all I care about. Peyton Manning didn't have a cannon after a while. Guess what? Peyton Manning was still Peyton fucking Manning because he put the ball there. The problem here is, yeah, you have a cannon, doesn't mean shit. And that was on display. His mechanics are awful. Oh my effing God. There was two plays that were just inexcusable as a D1 quarterback to miss. And they're both the fucking, I forget his name, Wingo? To Wingo. And I'm just gonna say the one that really pissed me off, because there's the one by the goal line that just I almost screamed. I screamed. I said, "How the fuck are you missing this? Stop sidearming it, you dumb motherfucker!" Like, I actually lost it yesterday because it's just like so frustrating watching stupid plays. I don't even care for either team, and that just frustrates me. But no, that's not even the worst one. The one that basically lost them the game, 3rd and 5, fucking game. All right, you don't want to get the 4th down here. Blah 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 blah. He has Wingo wide open. Dude, Wingo only has Caleb Downs to beat. Does he beat Caleb Downs? I don't know. Probably not, but who knows? Wingo's a very exciting player. Who gives a fuck? You have a guy. It doesn't really matter. I don't care if it's Sean Taylor or Ed Reed in that goddamn fucking, on that island. You got one player to beat, and you could probably house it, or you can get a big gain. You're going to take it. You're going for it. And Arch had it right there. Just put it on him. Arch sidearms the ball and throws behind Wingo. And I almost lost it. I just couldn't believe it. And why it pissed me off was it reminded me of something. I didn't know what it was reminding me of until I really thought about it. Malik Rozier. Now, if you don't know Malik Rozier, then you must have not paid attention to the 2017 Miami Hurricanes. And I don't like to remember that year, because the ending was just fucking stupid. And that team just didn't have the depth to compete. We just had some fun games. And it was a fun year. Don't get me wrong. There were glimmers of hope. But there was one problem. Malik Rozier couldn't hit the side of the Atlantic. Yes, that exciting game versus Florida State where he hit that epic throw and we won that game with Hero Ball. He was 19 of 41. Malik could hit a beautiful throw out of his ass and just put it on the fucking money. And you see oh man, what the hell? And then he'll miss a 5-yard out route consistently. He'll miss throws he should be missing consistently. And it would kill me. It would effing kill me. That was Arch Manning. where Arch could literally hit this beautiful throw up the seam to his tight end. You're like, or he'll hit the fucking most beautiful, like, pass right to, I forget 13's name, right in the fucking corner of the end zone for a touchdown. But man, if you can't hit a fucking crossing route for 5 yards, you idiot. God, I almost was screaming. I just couldn't believe it. How can you not hit that? And then it's like, the more I think about it, if he was really this phenom, why didn't Texas start him last year? And before anyone gets to, they just want to give it to Quinn Ewers, that's retarded. Then that's just bad, like inexcusably bad coaching if you had a phenom like this on the bench. That's how you lost a playoff game then. If Arch Manning was as good as we were saying he's supposed to be, apparently, he would have played last year. No question. You would have made the switch middle of the year. After that Georgia game, you would have made the switch. No question. That Georgia game was basically, you saw the limits of Quinn Ewers. Call it, right? Oh, that's right. Arch Manning wasn't ready, was he? Because Arch Manning might not be ready. Maybe because he's not as great as everyone thinks he is. And it's not because of his arm talent. It's atrocious. His throwing motion's atrocious. His footwork is god-awful. His decision-making is suspect at best. There were literal pockets he could just stepped up and throw the ball in, and that's it. That's the problem with and I'm going to get to the overarching point of all this, believe me. I'm going to talk about all these quarterbacks. There's 3 quarterbacks to talk about. Three effing quarterbacks I want to talk about that I am very, very, very concerned about. But anyways, just get off the Arch Manning shit. Yes. Good God. That shit was frustrating because all the hype, and I had a feeling this dude's going to walk in and y'all are going to shit down his throat, and I'm going to be one saying, maybe y'all shouldn't have overrated him. The guy didn't start last year for a reason. You're a redshirt sophomore and you're not starting, that means you just aren't better than the other guy. As simple as that. It's not because you want to wait and have him ready. Bullshit. He's a fucking sophomore. He's ready. If you're not ready by sophomore season, you're not fit to play D1 quarterback. End of story. End of story. End of discussion. We're not doing this. Otherwise, it's just malpractice in coaching. And believe me, there's plenty of malpractice to fucking put on Steve Sarkisian right now. A lot of malpractice to go around. Because holy shit, that was some bad coaching too. Horrible decision making. And Texas should not have lost that game. That second half, you blew it. But let's go on to the Alabama game. And believe me, thanks, Alabama. Now I got to hear all these fucking Florida State fans fucking smacking their gums like they won a national title. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not discrediting Florida State. They came in there and they played to win. So end of story. But Bama's dead. That's not Bama. Bama is just a title only. They're dead. I didn't think you'd take this quickly to fucking end that program the way they did, but it's over. It's done. It's cooked. Let me just make this very clear. What I watched on that field is some of the single worst defense and gap integrity I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen bad defense. That was my Manny Diaz Miami Hurricanes defense, where you can't set an edge, can't tackle, can't do shit, can't cover. I don't know what the fuck you can do, because you couldn't do any of that. You couldn't cover the fucking running back in the boundaries. You're getting beat by Georgia Tech offense at this point. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Gus Malzahn ran the same dusty-ass old offense he's been running for the last God knows how many years, and you still couldn't figure that out. You made some adjustments, I guess, but even then your players just show that they lack heart, conviction, and they suck. But that's not what I want to talk about. No, I don't want to talk about that at all. Let's talk about Ty Simpson. Holy shit, my guy. Jalen Milroe, I apologize. Jalen Milroe would have won this game. Jalen Milroe would have walked in and single-handedly beat Florida State that game. Not to take away from Mr. White over here. Tony White deserves his flowers, but there were several moments that I'm like, if that is Jalen Milroe, that's a touchdown, or that's a 50-yard run. And the problem is, Ty Simpson can't make a decision to save his life because of coaching. Once again, I look at coaching with this shit. Why is your guy not taking the play that's right there? Oh, there's a fucking lane to run for like 15 yards. Ty Simpson. Fuck it. Ryan Williams down there somewhere gets him killed. There's one play where he had 7 yards to gain, and he clearly can get it by running. And I was like, oh shit, he's going to run for it. I was, unbeknownst to me, I was shocked to see that not only was I wrong, but he threw this underhanded bullshit, not underhanded, he threw this underthrown bullshit right to fucking Ryan Williams, and Ryan Williams can't corral it because it's like on the ground. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm losing my mind trying to wrap my head around the stupidity of what the fuck that decision was. Then you have plays where he's missing guys and missing reads. The first drive of the game. Now they scored on this drive, okay? But I screamed and said you had Ryan Williams wide open. He throws this ridiculous pass trying to the back of the end zone, right? And the guy can't get it, obviously, because it's covered. Ryan Williams is coming right underneath on the route. He's coming right underneath, wide open. Touchdown. He gets that touchdown. Everyone was ripping on Ryan Williams that game, and I'm going to tell you, watching the tape, it wasn't Ryan Williams. Simpson sucks. There were guys open. There were reads to be made. Everyone's saying, oh, they didn't get open. Yeah, no. Don't do that shit. It's like saying, oh, there weren't guys open for Texas. No, there were. You just didn't hit them. Just because you don't hit your routes. When you guys don't hit the open shots that are there, guess what? It gets worse and worse and worse. So it's on you as the quarterback to fucking hit and to make your completions. They drop it, it's one thing. But there's some drop passes also by wide receivers. Nah, man, I'm going to keep it a buck. Alabama could get open. He just couldn't find them. And even when he did, he couldn't capitalize. There were moments to take that, again, like the Texas game. Alabama basically owned that second half. They just didn't execute for shit. And again, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And this is the age-old issue. Coaching. You don't have the conviction to execute. Back in Saban's day, you have a fucking quarterback like Thomas Castellanos who got fucking got beat out of a job at Boston College for some fucking quarterback. Like, I don't even know, some backup. And he's talking shit about you. Old Bama would have beat this Florida State team by like 30 points. And that's not a shot. That's not a shot at this Florida State team, to be honest. That's just the reality. And even Florida State fans will know that. Saban teams would not play. This is not a lack of talent. This is a lack of execution, lack of accountability, lack of fucking execution, lack of absolute fucking culture. You have no culture. What is this? When you fuck up, Saban's gonna fucking kill you. When you fuck up at Alabama, Kalen DeBoer looks like an empty sack. There's differences here. There's levels to this here. My God, Michael Penix deserves a fucking Heisman for this shit. Michael Penix did deserve the Heisman. As far as I'm fucking concerned, he just dragged this coach to a career. Because I don't fucking see it, dog. I am not seeing it here in Alabama. I am not seeing it at Tuscaloosa. And I'll tell you what, this also proves that Jalen Milroe deserves a little bit more flowers, too. That Jalen Milroe covered up a lot of issues at Alabama with his dynamic play. And also you have to understand that team last year was a lot more talented. They were. That's why they didn't look as bad as they should have last year. This year, I'm telling you, this is about to be a bloodbath. They're about to get their asses whooped. Georgia's going to murder them. LSU's going to rape them. I don't even know what the fuck to say about the other goddamn teams, what they're going to do. Vandy might just fucking, if they play Vandy, they might actually cry at halftime. It might be that bad. I hope you don't play Tennessee. They're going to run all over you. I don't see you winning shit. You're cooked. I've never seen an Alabama team this bad in my life. This is before Saban's era at this point. Okay, well, Saban did lose to ULM, but that's how bad it must be getting. Even then, I'm pretty sure that team had more heart and actually had more care than this. And I get it. That was like the first year, I think, of Saban. It's like, that's unfair to put on Saban. I hate when people judge by the first year of a coach, because that's not even your players. That's not even the guys. This is different. You came into a Ferrari. You had a Ferrari and you couldn't make it work. You got gifted a Ferrari and you couldn't make it work. Holy shit. You got gifted a Ferrari, and all you did was fuck up and drive off Caleb Downs. And good for Caleb Downs, by the way. Saved his career. He saved his fucking career transferring. Because holy shit, this is bad. This is really bad. On that Alabama defense, I have never seen players that are sucked in the middle and can't get to the edge. When it's all Florida State did. Ran the edge. What are you doing? Wake up. Sorry, I'm being animated. But you have to understand it. This is just some of the most frustrating shit I've ever seen in my life. It's bad football. That brings me now to another disappointment. Cade Klubnik. You know, fuck you, Clemson. I actually bought in. I bought into the hype. I bought into Cade Klubnik. I bought into all of it. Fuck you. Every single one of you motherfuckers. Fuck you. Fuck Dabo Sweeney. Fuck Cade Klubnik. Fuck all you motherfuckers. I should have known better. You bitch-ass fucking pussies. I should have known better, man. I know I'm being animated, but I'm being real about it. It's frustrating to know that you bought into something and you look dumb for it. That is Clemson. I got fooled. I got Jezebeled. I got clowned. You let Brian Kelly walk in there and outcoach you. For shame. That man wasted 3 NFL Pro Bowlers on one roster. 3! He wasted them. And you let him outcoach you. You, for shame. For shame on the Clemson Tigers for that. Death Valley, my ass. You just lost your title, bitch. Death Valley now resides in LSU. Go. Yeah, Geaux. Go. Fucking fix it then, you fucks. Because that was terrible. Holy shit. What was that? Let me just start by again, overarching point coming. And I think you're starting to get my point. Because I keep naming three quarterbacks here. Cade fucking Klubnik. Can't make a decision, has no accuracy, stares down his receivers, stares down his receivers, stares down his receivers, stares down, stares down, stares down, stares down. Doesn't know how to make a decision to save his life, cannot read the field. And you were what, in year 3, 4? I think he's like year 4 at this point. It feels like it. Brother, I believed in you. I believed you were going to get better. I believed that you could prove that you were going to be an elite college quarterback. Nope. You are none of those things. You again proved to me that you are a disappointment of a 5-star quarterback and that you're not Trevor Lawrence. You're not Deshaun Watson. You're not Taj Boyd. I don't think you're even Kelly Bryant. I don't even know if you're DJ at this fucking point at times, man. Sometimes you look worse than DJ Uyunglele. Then again, I put DJ's entire fucking downfall at Florida State mostly on coaching now I think about it. I mean, you're seeing it at fucking LA, and it's like, yeah, give him some coaching and look at how he plays better. Yeah. And you gotta look at fucking Norvell like, I don't think Florida State's gonna be developing quarterbacks for the next 5-10 years at this fucking point. And I'm not saying it's an insult, but come on, guys, you got Gus Malzahn out here. I think you know what you're running. Go Florida Tigers. War Eagle, apparently. But anyways. You fooled me. You lied to me. I got lied to. Again. I've been lied to. Never again with this guy. He's not the guy. He's just not that guy. He's never going to win a title at Clemson. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he proves me wrong. But holy shit. Prime time. Under the lights. Playoff game at the start of week 1. Maybe things get better. I don't know. But here's how Clemson works. You lose a game like this. You get your ass whipped by either A, fucking Georgia, or maybe Bama slaps you. I don't fucking know, man. You get your ass whipped by, let's just say Georgia, because that seems like who victimizes you. Georgia victimizes you. Okay? You can't beat LSU in a title game or some shit. You know, you can't beat these teams, right? Then what happens? Oh, everyone gets fooled into thinking Clemson's back. Clemson's back, guys. They beat NC State by 20. NC State can't even fucking beat a goddamn kid in a wheelchair at this goddamn point. CJ Bailey, Miami still open? Nah, we're not. We got our guys for next year, believe me. Nickel is coming, bitches. Sorry, dog. You lost Joe Chance, homeboy. They suck, is what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, my God, they did that. Oh, my God, they beat fucking Stanford. Oh, Lord, they're back. They're whooping Wake Forest ass. Woo! Woo! And then what happens? You go and play Louisville, and then they fucking walk in. They not only beat you, but they call you a bitch. They call you a little bitch about it and then beat you on your field. Right? Or is it going to be Florida State that slaps the shit out of you? I'm calling Florida State. I think Florida State's going to walk in there and slap the shit out of you. They're going to walk in there, take a dump on your field, and you're going to do nothing about it after you beat some cupcakes. This is how Clemson rolls. They beat a bunch of nobodies, and it was like, oh, God, they're back. No, they're not. Oh, they won the ACC. They beat SMU. And then they walk into Texas, and then they don't do shit. As per fucking usual. So that's what I'm calling, basically. I think they could win the ACC. It wouldn't shock me. There's a thing, though. It all depends on if Miami doesn't fucking disappoint me somehow. I don't know. It's 50-50 with this fucking team. I don't know. Miami has, like, ridiculous talent. They're loaded. But Miami could be Ole Miss this year. They just wasted. I don't know. They should do things. They should do this. They should beat that. I don't even know. I'm so done. But Clemson, how the fuck are you? How? It's just time to admit it. Clemson's just done. They're just that team now. They had their little run. They had their loaded era. But after Venables left, they just don't got it no more. Without Venables, this team just doesn't have the edge. They don't have an edge, dog. They just don't have it. They don't have the supreme talent to fucking bail them out of situations. And now you don't have the quarterback to bail you out of situations. You don't have Deshaun Watson to fucking drag your sorry asses out of dumb shit. You don't have Trevor Lawrence to drag your dumb asses out of dumb shit. It's fucking apparent. You don't have an identity. You can't run the ball at will. You don't have shit. Every fucking year we do this. And look at that. They're the number 4 team in the nation? Yeah, fucking right. Back of the line, bitch. And LSU, ups to LSU. Oh, let's just be honest here. I believe this is the year that LSU has. It's imperative they make the playoffs. It's imperative they get the SEC title game. And it's imperative that they really make a good shot at winning the SEC. Because I'll tell you this. Who's there for the SEC? Bama's dead. They're gone. There's Georgia. No one else is really a threat. Ole Miss, maybe. Not really. Florida, overrated. They're overrating that Florida team. I'm going to tell you right now. That Florida team's good, but I don't think they're fucking as great as everyone's trying to say they are. And I think you're going to find that out later in the year. Tennessee, they lack a defense. They got a good pass rush, but you're going to find out that defense is suspect as shit this year. I saw that Syracuse game. They should not have let Syracuse hang around the way they did. So I'm going to keep it real. And plus with all the injuries on in that game too, who knows? Tennessee, I don't really think is going to be phenomenal, but they're going to be in the mix, of course. I don't see it, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't see it. I am not seeing it. LSU has got to win the SEC. Or at least get to the title game. No excuses. Brian Kelly, if you don't make it there, you should be fucking fired. That's how I feel. And I think every LSU fan should agree with me. You cannot underachieve. The fact that you got a pass for underachieving with 3 NFL Pro Bowl players on your fucking goddamn offense is a fucking crime to humanity. You had Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, and Malik Neighbors, and you only won 9 games. Never. Never again. Never again. You can't let that happen. This is the year you gotta do some shit. There's NFL talent on that team. There's NFL depth on that team. You have a legit pro prospect quarterback on that team. You've got to win games. End of discussion. Not gonna even fucking even begin to talk about it. No. Sorry, I'm a little animated about it, but you gotta understand this is college football. I'm amped. So, sorry, but let's get to the overarching point. Tom Brady's not just right about quarterback development now. He's painfully omnipotent to some shit. Because everything he said, I watched. All these guys that I named are pro prospects. Even Ty Simpson was probably thought of as a pro prospect. But they're all highly touted recruits. Arch Manning was thought of as a phenom. Yet his footwork sucks. Yet his mechanics are fucking god-awful. Who sidearmed everything? Stop it. Stop. You know what it is? He got that from Quinn, didn't he? He got that bad habit from Quinn Ewers. That's funny. He got that shit from Quinn. Stop side-arming throws. Please stop side-arming throws. I beg of you, just put the ball on him. Stop doing that. Awful. Literally missing open throws. It's not that he's not seeing them. He's just missing them badly. Low throws. Mechanics are garbage. His footwork sucks. Doesn't know how to step up to save his goddamn life. Playing like goddamn Shedeur Sanders on fucking drugs. Terrible. And even then, Shedeur Sanders sucks too. He's another product of what I'm talking about. Bad mechanics. Bad footwork. Doesn't know how to step up in a pocket. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's Shedeur Sanders in preseason. So then, let's move on to fucking Ty Simpson. Bad decision making. Footwork isn't there. When he has a lane to run, doesn't take it. When he doesn't have a lane to run, tries to fucking be Magic Superman. Doesn't fucking make the easy throw. Fucking doesn't see the fucking routes. Doesn't know how to properly use Ryan Williams at all. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let's go on to Cade Klubnik. Sucks. I don't even know what more to say about Cade Klubnik. I don't think he knows how to actually look off a wide receiver to save his life. Hey, Cade, look off your first option. Cannot compute. I'm Cade Klubnik. Throws an interception. At the end of the fucking day, if you're not getting what I'm putting down here, the development at the college level of football is fucking abysmal and atrocious and needs to be investigated. This is awful. Even Caleb Williams. I'm a Bears fan. I will tell you this about Caleb. As awesome as he was last year for what he had to go through, and I understand all the asshole fucking fan go, is that what you guys said? Why? Because a few pundits like Ill Will said some shit, you fucking retards? Yeah, okay, great. But last I checked, the narrative was we got the wrong offensive coordinator, and I guess that narrative's proven right. So now y'all don't want to remember that too. Now it's, well, you guys, yeah, that's why you guys are bitches online. No one gives a fuck what you think. Here's the thing. His footwork was horrible. What the fuck? How are you a phenomenal, how are we getting like a phenomenal generational prospect coming in, and his footwork is fucking awful? Doesn't want to step up. He's dancing around, doesn't know what he's doing. And then his accuracy's all the fuck off because, again, said footwork is bad. Duh. So what do I see in the college game? Footwork is just subpar garbage. These quarterbacks suck at this. They're missing throws left and right. What are we doing? We're losing recipes. And then it all dawns. Y'all coaches suck. All of you, I don't know what you're teaching your quarterbacks to do, but it ain't football. They're not making decisions off the RPO correctly. Like, this is some of the worst malpractice in coaching I've seen to start a season in years. I have seen bad coaching. This is just evil. Holy shit. Like, Arch Manning looks awful. Even the Ohio State quarterback, Julian Sayin, I'll keep it real with you. He wasn't even that great either. Yes, I thought in the first half, Ohio State looked worlds better than Texas. You're only up 7-0. Of course, exactly. But Ohio State looked worlds better. But even then, looking back, Julian Sayin sucked. Missed wide open reads. Even when he did hit someone, it was, well, that first drive. He had 3 open guys. The check down, then he took the fucking intermediate. What pissed me off with the intermediate throw, even though it was a great throw, he put it right there. The guy should have caught it. He was a scrub. But the check down's right there. Just throw it. You don't have to go outside the pocket and try and make something happen. All you had to do was stop, pop, throw, hit. But even then, the play was to hit to Jeremiah. Jeremiah had the inside cut. You throw that shit, and you put it, and you fucking air it out to the end zone for Jeremiah to go get it. And you didn't do that. So I don't know what the fuck that play was. He missed open throws. His decision-making was still shaky at best. He just managed enough to win. But again, I look at it like, bro, why are all these quarterbacks coming out looking unprepared? Now, did Sayin look terrible? No, he didn't look nearly as bad as Arch. Again, he did what he needed to do. But I have to ask, that's another high prospect who looked like he needs to rebuild his footwork, rebuild his mechanics, rebuild everything. What the hell are we doing? What are we actually doing here? So then, I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm watching these fucking prospects, and I'm actually disgusted. Like, this is disgusting. It really is. Like, the absolute, like, this is the worst I've seen. So I begs the question, what are college coaches doing now in 2025? What are we doing? These quarterbacks look unprepared. They look like this quarterback class, like if the draft were to start today, I wouldn't draft any of these motherfuckers in the first round. No, not in the first round. Don't even say Nussmeier. Not yet. Nussmeier, I think he's going to get there. I need to see more. Believe me, I need to see more from Nussmeier. Please, don't even say that. But any of the other guys? No, absolutely fucking not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Cade Klubnik? Hell no, not even drafted. Arch Manning? He'll be lucky if it's the third round. I mean, these guys are not worth it. And they're high prospects. What are we doing? So, I just wanted to get this video out the way. I need to vent all that shit out, because yesterday was one of the more frustrating days of football I've watched. I'm very concerned with the future of quarterbacking. And NFL coaches might have to get paid more for having to rebuild these prospects out, because holy shit.